What's up, people? Topic of this video is, as you can see, blinded by hate. Now, this first example, I'm going to kind of piggyback off of a video Broken Games did last week or 2 weeks ago, whatever. He was talking about how people were saying that they want this company to die. They want him out the industry, and they don't realize what they're saying. And the second example I'm going to talk about is Wii U related. And when I'm saying blinded by hate, I'm talking about actually, literally, physically, their sight perception. They're actually blinded by hate with that example. But the first example, I just want to talk about it a little bit. For you guys to say that you want Sony to fail, for you to say you want Nintendo to fail or Microsoft to fail, you want them out the industry, you're not realizing what you're saying. You don't realize the consequences of what would happen if that were to come to pass. If you were to say you want Nintendo out the industry, that means you're saying you want thousands and thousands of people to lose their jobs. Husbands will be fired, wives will be fired, and then the family will have to work harder to make money. There'll be inconvenience. Some of them will lose their houses. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, Shokio, of course we're not saying that. We don't mean that. That's stupid for you to bring up. I understand that. I know you wouldn't wish that upon somebody. Well, maybe some of you would. But that doesn't change the fact. The fact that you're saying you want a company to fail, in effect, that is what you're saying. You are saying that you want people to lose their jobs. That's what you're saying. Whether you realize it or not. Whether you accept it or not. That is what you are saying. And another thing you guys got to realize is that all three companies are in this together, people. They're in it for the betterment of gaming. Think about it like a video game. We got three companies now. So we got 3 lives. If Nintendo were to just leave the industry, we'd have 2 lives left. If Microsoft were to leave the industry, we'd have 2 lives left. Because all 3 of them are pushing gaming together. Notice how this generation, gaming has really exploded. The Wii got the general public interested into gaming and recognized. You know, with the PS3, due to its Blu-ray, that's appealed to a lot of people and they bought it as a Blu-ray player. But when they hook it up and they see all these other things, like, man, you know, actually might use this more of a Blu-ray player. Actually, I might play some games on this thing. And then they start playing PS3 games. With the 360's, you know, multimedia capabilities, and with Kinect, you know, similar to the Wii, they've been bringing in, you know, more casuals into the market. And eventually, some of those casuals will, you know, grow into being real hardcore gamers. So you see what I'm saying? All 3 are beneficial to the industry. For you to say you want one company to leave, to fail in this race, you're saying you want gaming to be weakened. That's what you're saying. Pay attention to what you are saying, people. And lastly, if one company were to leave, then your favorite company they'll stop trying to please you. They won't try as hard to please you. See what I'm saying? They'll let up. They'll take it easier. Why? Because they have less competition, so they're not going to try as hard. It's sad I have to come out and do the thinking for you guys. It's common sense. Just think. Think about what you're saying. But the second point I talked about, how your hate, your extreme bias, and notice I said extreme bias, because, you know, we all have bias here. There's no denying that. So extreme bias. I'm going to show you how people's extreme bias has actually affected their eyesight, their visual perception. So you guys know back at Nintendo's E3 conference, where they showed the real third-party games, you know, confirmed for the Wii U. I'm sure a lot of you know where I'm getting at. And you see, and I know you saw all these people on the internet talking about, oh, those games look terrible. Those look worse than 360 and PS3. Oh, they only look slightly better. Some of you watching this video, you said it yourselves. And I'm sure a lot of you saw it on N4G, game trailers, IGN, everywhere. I'm sure you've seen it. Some of you have said it, like I said. And it was funny because for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, after the conference, after E3, Reggie came out and said that was 360 and PS3 footage. So these people actually said that these 360 and PS3 games look worse than themselves. They're saying that PS3 and 360 graphics look worse than PS3 and 360 graphics. You want proof? Here you go. I'm looking at on my laptop right now, by the way. Nice new Samsung. I love it. i5 processor. NeoGAF forums. This dude took a bunch of quotes of a bunch of people, you know, talking about the demo reel and stuff, and it's hilarious. Take a look. This guy named Gimmick, downgrading graphics for Tekken? How is this shit supposed to last us for 5 to 6 years? Ah! So he was saying that Tekken looks worse than Tekken. Moving on, this guy named Gabe Dag, LOL, Tekken looks like a 3DS game. So he said Tekken on the PS3 and 360 look worse than Tekken on the PS3 and 360. Congratulations, sir. You deserve a medal. Replicant. Games are still Wii quality. Yes. He said Darksiders. Battlefield. What else? What wasn't Batman Arkham City in that reel? Yeah. He said all those look like Wii quality games. Let's see. Blue Hat 9. Games still look worse than 360 and PS3 to me. It's hilarious. It is absolutely hilarious. This Instrument. Ports look worse than their PS3 and 360 incarnations. So, do you see the point I'm making here? Because they thought it was Wii U footage, their visual perception of the graphics of these games were actually skewed. Severely screwed. Severely. To say that some of these people were saying it still looks Wii quality or a little bit better than Wii, that's severe skewment, okay? You see the point I'm making here? Because your bias is so extreme, you will see what you want to see. And when E3 comes around, 2012, and Nintendo finally shows some actual finished, you know, Wii U games, I'm calling it right now. You guys are going to be saying the same thing. And when it happens, I'm going to point back to this video and I'm going to laugh at you guys. Because guys, I just presented to you proof. And like I said, some of you watching this video, you said it yourselves. So there's no denying it. So basically, you can't even trust your own judgment. You can't. Because you have too much bias. You can't trust yourself. You can't trust your own eyesight. You can't trust your own perception. I saw this and I was laughing so hard. This dude named Thraker, not even 360 or PS3 level. These people were saying that 360 and PS3 games look worse than the PS3 and 360 versions. They're saying they look worse than themselves because they thought it was Wii U games. It was Wii U footage. That's hilarious. You see what I'm saying? So, and the reason why I'm making this video is because in the last video I uploaded, which was just a simple demo, it's just a simple demo, and people are, you know, all this Wii U hate came in and stuff. For you to keep saying the Wii U is going to fail, it's going to flop, I don't know why Nintendo is going on with this. How many times is it going to take for you people to be wrong? For you to finally shut up? Think about it with the Wii. You said the same thing. It's going to flop. It's going to sell. I don't want this gimmicky crap. Motion controller. You guys said the DS is going to flop. You said the PSP was going to beat the crap out of the DS. Look how that turned out. And then, that wasn't good enough. You guys, you went on. You said the Vita was going to beat the 3DS when it was an exact repeat of last generation. But you still didn't learn your lesson. And now you're saying, oh, now the Wii U is going to flop. Do you see the point I am making here? How many times is it going to take for you people to be proven wrong? For you to finally realize that you're stupid? How many times is it going to take? You guys talking about the 3DS is going to flop? Some of you went as far as to say that 3DS is going to make Nintendo go bankrupt. When actually the 3DS ended up being the exact opposite. You guys said it's going to be a total failure. Ended up being a total success. Because it's become the fastest selling video game system in history. It's selling faster than the PS2. It's selling faster than the Wii. It's selling faster than the original DS. The 3DS is kicking some ass right now, okay? Like I said, it ended up being the exact opposite of what you guys said it would be. So after being wrong so many times, after being wrong with the Wii, after being wrong with the DS, after being wrong with the 3DS, why are you still, after 3 times, going on talking about the Wii U is going to fail? Why? Why? How many times is it going to take? I'm going to keep repeating it. How many times is it going to take for you guys to be wrong? To finally shut up. You guys make it too easy. You make it too easy for me. It is much too easy. I just don't get it. I do not get it. You know, and I'm not saying it's wrong for you to dislike the Wii U. If you don't like it, that's fine. You know, if it doesn't interest you, that's fine. But to completely diss the system, to completely write it off before you even get your hands on it, before we even see it in its entirety, we've only seen tech demos and prototype hardware. That's not even the final hardware, guys. The system isn't the final design. The controller is not the final design. The PS3 Boomerang controller, remember that? Prototype. The designs could always change between the reveal and release, people. They usually do. I just don't see how you guys can't understand it after something happening over and over and over again. All you gotta do is look at the past, but you refuse to do it. I don't get it, people. Like title of the video, blinded by hate. That's what it is. You're blinded by your hate. You're blinded by your extreme bias. That's the only explanation I could come up with. That is the only one, but I've dragged this video on long enough. I just thought I'd share all these funny comments with you guys and comment a little bit on Broken Games HD video. Shout out to him, by the way. Go sub to that dude. But I'll see you guys later.